All right, Rock Addicts, this is DJ REM from Rock Addict Radio, from Metal Devastation Radio, and from Smash Radio in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I have the guys from Romantic Rebel on the line. How you doing?
We're great. How are you?
Really great.
Not too bad. Where are you guys based out of?
We're out of Chicago.
Oh, okay. You're not too far from me then. About 2 hours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. I actually live a little bit west of Kalamazoo, so yeah, you guys are. It's about a 2-hour drive. You guys ever come over to Michigan for any shows?
We're planning to.
Yes.
On our tour in May, actually.
Okay. If you do, or when you're going to, one, hit me up. If there's a venue close, I'll come see you guys.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
And if you there's a venue in Battle Creek, Michigan called Planet Rock.
Oh, yeah, I totally heard of it.
And if you guys end up playing there, I will definitely be there. So.
That'd be awesome, man.
So that'd be cool to actually meet you in person, especially after getting to talk to you and do an interview and stuff. So face-to-face meetings are always very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So why don't we start if you could introduce yourselves and your spots in the band and anybody else that's not with us today.
Okay.
All right, I am Pete, and I'm the singer of the band.
I'm Alex. I play guitar and sing backup. Danny D is not here, but he plays bass. And Marcus is not here, but he plays drums.
Man, what's up with these drummers not showing up for these interviews?
Exactly.
Well, they're all sleeping, too, from out here, because we got home pretty late last night. What was it, like?
Well, around 5.
Daylight savings. We got home at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. If you guys could speak a little bit louder.
Sure.
I realize there might be headaches involved here, so.
It's all good.
Okay, so how long has Romantic Rebel been together as a band?
Only a year and a half, and we're working very, very hard, and we're trying to get it, get what bands get done in like 5 years done in like, 2, hopefully. So.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
And what brought this band together when you guys started it? I guess what was the driving force behind it?
Really just the passion behind the music. I think we just really want to, we'd love to make this a career, obviously, and we all love music, so we just kind of said, let's give it a shot, and it seems to be working out pretty well for us, so we're pretty happy about it.
Okay, well, I definitely wish you guys the best of luck with your endeavors. I hope everything works out for you.
Well, thank you very much.
So you mentioned you're based in Chicago area, so does everybody live fairly close?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So how often do you guys get together and practice?
Really not that often, because our shows are kind of our practice. I mean, we play a lot, so we only had to practice a couple times to get the new set under our belts, and then we just kind of went and played and gigged out all the time, and that's our practice now. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that definitely makes it nice. So speaking of gigs, what's going on with you guys right now? What do you guys have lined up or coming up for live shows?
Well, on March 26th, we have House of Blues, which in Chicago, which we're really stoked about.
Yeah, it's going to be a really cool show. And then we actually are going to be playing a rock fest in Cadott, Wisconsin, with like Aerosmith and Five Finger Death Punch and Pop Evil and a bunch of cool bands. It's going to be a really cool show. So.
Yeah, that should be very cool. What's the biggest crowd you guys have played for so far?
1,300 people, I believe.
The sold-out show actually for Tesla at House of Blues.
Yeah.
Last July. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. And then with these festivals coming up, there's like projected like at least 35,000 people. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And definitely a great way to get your name out there more,
Oh, without a doubt.
So I'm getting off track from my norm here, but what? Let me rephrase that. So playing in front of 1,300 people, obviously, that's super cool. But as a musician, when you're up there in front of all those people and they're singing along and just into your music, I mean, how awesome is that?
It's amazing. You don't always get the big crowds, and everyone knows that. You have to work your way up to it. But when you do, and the people there actually know who you are and are familiar with your music and are are there to kind of see you too. It's pretty awesome, and there's really no better feeling than having a big crowd in front of you who are there kind of to see you, and it's awesome.
Well, like last night we played Janesville, Wisconsin last night, and the last time we played there was no one there, and that was last year, I think. And this time there were people that came there to see us, and
It was awesome.
packed, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, very cool. That's very cool. So this question is for both of you to answer individually. What got you into music? What kind of influences did you have growing up, and do you still have to this day that make you want to do this?
Go first.
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't know. Actually, you go first, and I'll think of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say my dad definitely. I mean, I'd say my parents, but my dad plays guitar, and I always see him play guitar, and I thought it was the coolest thing. So I was like, oh, I'd like to learn too. And he always listened to, not that my mom didn't, but they listened to great bands like Van Halen, Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, Ozzy, all these really classics. So it was really cool for me to start listening to that and grow up on the classics, and then kind of delve into more of it myself and really dig into it all. And I just loved it. I love music, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. So, that's about it.
And for me, I think it's more of I saw Alex. He was always watching like music videos, of, Metallica and I don't know, all these awesome bands with badass frontmen. And I thought, Joan Jett too. I'm like, these guys are really awesome, and like, how cool would it be to do the same thing that they do? And I mean, other than loving all the music, our parents are playing. Yeah, that's pretty much it there.
Okay, very good. So, what or how? I don't. Why am I messing up today? Damn it! I'm not usually like this. I must say.
It's all right.
So, see, it must be early for me too. So, as far as sacrifices for what you've been doing, I know you're trying to put, you guys are working really hard, putting your heart and soul into this. Has there been a lot of sacrifices you've had to make to kind of keep things working?
Yeah, definitely. I think with any band that's trying to make it big, you have to really kind of put it all on the line and make sure you're really in it for the music and doing what you want to do, and you have to give up a lot of things, and that's just something you have to understand in being in it, that you're not going to always get to do the other stuff you want to do because you're very focused on one thing, and that's the music. And I fully understand that, and everyone else in the band does too. And it's something we all kind of decided that we're willing and ready to do that and give up everything else to make sure that this can make it big and we can do what we want with it. So.
Well, right. I mean, if you don't put your heart and soul to it, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you're not putting 150%, you're not going to get 150%.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, very good. So, how did you guys come up with a name for the band? Where does Romantic Rebel come from?
Well, that's a funny story actually. Before we started the band, I was out shopping and at H&M, and there was a shirt that said Romantic Rebel, and Alex was thinking about starting a band, but never really came to be anytime soon from that. And so I texted him, I was like, if you start a band, this is our band name. It is amazing. And so, yeah, eventually, it's kind of sad, but that's how it went.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that is better than I flipped through some pages in a phone book and just picked something. So that's awesome.
That's true.
I love band names that actually have real stories, and that's a real story. So very cool.
Oh, thanks.
So, okay, where is a good place for people to find out more about Romantic Rebel? What websites and social networking are you guys using?
Well, our website is r-rebel.com, but our most used form of social media and where people can connect to us the most is definitely Facebook, which is facebook.com/Romantic Rebel Rock. And that is where we have all updates on everything new and exciting. Romantic Rebel with pictures and show updates, announcements, and all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, very good. Well, I encourage everybody to go check out those sites and, find out more about the band and listen to some music. And let's mention, while we're talking about the music, mention the album that's coming out and the date and stuff.
Yeah, we have our debut album coming out April 29th. We're so excited about it because this whole year and a half we've been together, we've only been writing off one song, which is really kind of, out of date now because we've changed the sound a little bit, and we've just been waiting for this album to come out, and we're super stoked to be able to give it to the fans finally because we put so much into it, and we think they're really going to love it. It's just a raw, aggressive, hard rock album that I hope we'll just, bring it. So.
Okay, very good. And what's the creative process, the writing process for you guys? Is there one person that kind of writes everything, or you guys kind of all chip in? How do you guys do that?
Katie and I exclusively write all the music and lyrics. I usually write the music parts, and I'll record it, and then I give it to her, and she'll write the lyrics, and then we sit together and we just finish them off together, and yeah, that's how it's been since day one, and it just works the best that way. We work very well together, with the whole creative process. It's really good. So.
Well, and that's cool. And I mean, also I'm sure from perspective of you guys, I mean that's a good way to a safe way to do it, because if someone decides to leave the band, you're not out that part of the process. So.
True that, definitely.
Yeah, very good. Oh, speaking of the new album that's coming out, where did you guys record that at?
We actually recorded at our producer Ulrich Wild's home studio in LA. I spent 5 weeks there with him, and it was such an amazing experience. Such a great producer, great person. We had an amazing time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So 5 weeks out there, huh? Cool.
Yeah, it was an experience, but the product turned out like, it just blew our expectations out of the water. I mean, it's awesome. So.
Well, I know I for one look forward to hearing it. So.
Oh, thanks.
Definitely. And well, not only hearing it, but actually getting to play it for the listeners.
Yeah, sure.
Because like I mentioned at the beginning, I have 3 different radio stations, / markets, if you will, to push it out to. So that'll be my goal.
Sure, that'd be awesome.
Every little bit to help you guys, And speaking of your Facebook page, are you guys pretty good about responding to fans and stuff?
Oh yeah, that's definitely on our upper list of things to do as the band. I think it's really important to respond to fans, and I mean, if they like you enough to make a comment and tell you that you're great or something, I mean, come on, you gotta respond back. That's really.
Yeah. We don't leave anyone out. We make sure that we respond to everyone who's supporting us and leaving us nice comments. And it's nice to not get many bad comments, so it's pretty cool. But our fans are very, very just nice people, and we like to be nice right back to them. So
let them know that we actually care about them as fans.
Yeah, make them feel like part of the Rebel family.
So.
Well, very cool. Well, hopefully you'll make it to some place like Planet Rock where we can meet up, and I will buy you all a beer, and we will all hang out.
That sounds awesome, man.
Or whatever you prefer to drink.
Hi.
So here's a question for each of you again. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player or however you like to listen to music, what bands would I find you listening to right now?
Well, I mean, you got all the old school stuff, obviously, Aerosmith, and like we're talking about. I'm sure a question anyone says, what bands are you listening to? Like, I don't know, you can't think of it. I've been listening to a lot of Ask Me Alexandria lately, actually, because of Alex. He got me into that. And then I did recently, I don't listen to a lot of pop or anything that kind of deviates from rock or metal that much, but I have actually got into recently this one artist, I don't know how to pronounce it, Ivy Levon or Ivy Levin, I'm not sure, but...
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, yep.
Yeah, it's just kind of up and coming, and discovered her through YouTube somewhere, actually, and yeah, the listen to her is pretty awesome.
Cool. Yeah, you find a whole mix of music on my iPod. Mostly rock and heavier music. I'd say like if you were to put out like shuffle, you'd be like Asking Alexandria, Black Sabbath, Aerosmith, but then you'd probably find like a Kesha song here and there, which, you know, just because I love all types of music, and not that it's my favorite, but still I'll listen to anything really, because I just love music all around. I think it's a great thing. So.
Well, let me tell you my thoughts on that. I think that's awesome because I as well listen to all styles and genres of music. And why I appreciate it when band members say that is because, to me, the wider variety, the wider array of music you expose yourself to, the more elements you're able to come up with and put in your music. And for me personally, when I listen to bands, the bands that have that wide listening range of music and style, I think they put out the best music. So
That's awesome. I totally agree. I think it's awesome, definitely.
have you guys heard of a band called Blue Felix?
Yeah.
So I actually am interviewing them this coming Wednesday night on my show, and they sent me their new album, and it is amazing if you haven't heard it.
That's awesome. No, I'm not yet. I'll definitely be checking it out, though.
So there, little side note. Well, I know they hit Wisconsin and stuff quite regularly, so I figured since you guys hit up there too, and I'm sure they've been through Chicago.
Yeah, no, we were actually going to play with them once, but we ended up having to do another show instead. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying to hook up with them, so we maybe get a show, together. It'll be cool.
Very cool. Okay, so speaking of live shows for you guys and the new album coming out, what would you say sets you guys apart, or at least something you bring to the table that other bands don't? Why should they come to your shows? Why should they check out the new album when it comes out?
Well, our shows are never anything less than a high energy rock show. I mean, we bring it 110% every single time. I mean, we rock out like crazy, get the crowd into it, and play some really great raw hard rock.
Yeah. We don't ever go halfway. We make sure anyone who shows up gets a show, and if they paid to get in, especially they're going to get their money's worth. Because we don't like to go halfway. We like to play, depending on the size of the room. There could be 5 people, it could be 500 people, or 5,000 people. We always play like there's 500,000 people. So we like to push it. So.
Very cool. And something I did forget to ask is, what about like merchandise and stuff for you guys? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming you have it at live shows, but do you have merch at like online somewhere people can purchase yet?
Yeah, you can. It's an online store through our website, r-rebel.com, and it's actually going to be updated really soon with the album coming out. We're going to have a bunch of new merch coming out, new shirt designs, and obviously the discs. So, so a bunch of new items will be up on there soon. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, very good. Well, once again, I strongly encourage people to, if you like this band, you like these guys, buy some merch, buy the album when it's out. Help support the band because things these guys do is not free by any means. So,
yeah, definitely.
What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys at a live show you've done?
That's a good question.
Depends on how crazy you're talking
It
about.
depends.
Whatever you're willing to share. How about that?
Elf got flashed.
I got flashed a few shows ago, and it was actually great because she was a very attractive person. So if
You don't get that
you don't get that often. It's usually the people who don't want to be seen. So I don't know. It was fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now is the most important question of the interview, so I hope you're ready.
All right.
All right.
Who in the band spends the most time in front of a mirror before you guys go live on stage?
That's Mark.
Mark is definitely our drummer. Gotta get the eyeliner applied.
Oh yeah. And he ties these. What are they?
Little ribbon, I don't know what they are. Little strips of material around his arms.
Giant biceps.
His giant biceps. He's a
Making sure
big
his hair is
guy.
in line.
Yeah.
He is
that guy.
Yeah, he was that guy.
That's funny. I can't wait for him to hear this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you want to make sure people know about Romantic Rebel? Anything I haven't asked you want to make sure that gets out there?
Definitely that on our album that we recorded, I almost forgot to mention this. We actually had Brendan Small, who's the creator of Death Clock, the show, do a solo on one of our songs entitled "Lie" on the album. So we're really stoked about that. It turned out great. So.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's pretty cool because we all love that show, and it was cool to be able to get like a name on the album. And also Gil Sharon from Stolen Babies, they were just on tour with Stone Sour and Pop Evil. He played drums on the album. He was also before Marcus was in the band, so he helped us out with that, and it turned out great. So.
Anything else?
That's really about it. That's about it.
Okay, very good. Well, I definitely want a big, huge thank you for you guys for calling in and doing the interview. I totally appreciate it. And like I said, in a week or so, I'll have this edited and I'll have it up on my YouTube channel. And then I'll share it with you guys. I'll share it with Payment. I'll kind of just share it out there to everybody. So.
That sounds great, man.
So one last thing before I let you go, I would love a couple radio liners if you don't mind.
Sure.
So the first one, you can say your names. You can just say you're from, the band name, however you want, however you guys like to do it. But the first one will be for, this is Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to RockAddictRadio.com.
Okay. Do you want to do individual ones, or do you want to do just individual ones?
Yeah, sure.
All right. This is Alex from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to RockAddictRadio.com.
This is Katie from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to RockAddictRadio.com.
Okay, the second one, same thing, but that you're listening to Smash Radio. Don't say .com with that one though, because I had to use SmashRadio.com is for sale for like $5,000. So I had to name it Smash Net Radio, which makes sense because it's it's a internet-based station, but the name of the station is just Smash Radio. So you can just say that you're what you did, but you're listening to Smash Radio.
Okay. This is Alex from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to Smash Radio.
This is Katie from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to Smash Radio.
Okay, the third one, same thing, but that you're listening to MetalDevastationRadio.com.
Okay. This is Alex from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to MetalDevastationRadio.com.
This is Katie from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to MetalDevastationRadio.com.
All right, and then the last one, just a generic one for my show in case everybody fires me and I have to go out somewhere by myself. Just that you're listening to DJ REM.
This is Alex from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to DJ REM.
This is Katie from Romantic Rebel, and you're listening to DJ REM.
Okay, well, thanks again for taking time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, give me about a week.
Thank you
so much.
so much.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye.